Righty. Thank you so much for coming out on a Wednesday night. I'm going to talk briefly. I think some of you probably heard this, although I was talking during a class live on Monday. So I'm titling this "What I Learned While I Was Sick." So there was a lot of coughing. It like seemed like the main thing was coughing, but that coughing was doing other things like keeping me awake and making my throat hurt. And if you're watching this video replayed on YouTube, the video previous to that and the one previous to that, I lost scratchy voice. But I was thinking a lot while I was sick, and I was thinking about how the lungs, excuse me, got a little bit of that left. The lungs are like trying to push something out, but they're like fighting gravity, which is kind of like ridiculous because it makes it that much more. So if there's smoke in your lungs and you're coughing, you're trying to push that out, or if like someone with a leaf blower blows some dust in your face, or if like there's phlegm down in there, it's really difficult. It's really like kind of count, like if I was building lungs, I wouldn't have them try to push stuff out. Obviously it's only like in an emergency or when you're sick. But at one point in the middle of the night, I just went and kind of like, I did a headstand. I also did just like a forward fold, and it made the stuff jump out of my lungs a little bit easier. I started thinking, and I did that because of yoga. I wouldn't have known otherwise to do that. I wouldn't have thought about that, but I thought about yoga. I thought a lot about previous to that digestion, how part of the large intestines are a little bit at an incline, and how when we're going upside down, even in something as simple as, well, shoulder stand isn't always simple to everyone, but the forward folds are upside down, even down dog, the head is below the heart. We're really doing the body a service, that because of gravity, we're just like kind of fighting a lot of things. And by going upside down, we change that energy and we can use it to our benefit. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to start as we normally do on Wednesday in the seated position. So I'm going to scoot back. And we'll cross the legs a little bit or a lot. It's up to you. And speaking of digestion, we're going to put the hands on the knees, straight spine, all the way up to the crown of the head. We're going to draw a big circle on the ceiling. We're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. The breathing, I mean, on some level is super simple. We just breathe in, breathe out, but it gets skipped a lot. It's really important. You can restrict the larynx once you start to get the breathing down. I don't always demonstrate the breathing because I am talking, but you can do the breathing. And we're kind of just grinding down into the digestive system here. Excellent. Let's do the opposite, please. We'll go the opposite direction. Excellent. Back to center. We're going to put the right hand on the ground, maybe like about a foot away from the hip with the fingers pointing away. Keep that arm straight. Left palm faces the ceiling, and then we're going to reach up and over. We're going to look up along the elbow to the ceiling. I was driving to teach the morning class, and I was thinking about this pose, and then I forgot. I didn't do it. I like this one. Feel your hip linking down into the earth, like linking down, like it's magnetically pulled to the earth as we reach all through the side, and of course we keep breathing. Excellent. Let's do the other side of it. Left hand down, right hand up and over. We're going to breathe and reach here. Excellent. Let's stand. And once we stand, We're gonna hop. If your neighbor's below you, don't mind. Otherwise, you can just do like some light bouncing. But if you can hop, go ahead and hop. Great. Feet about the distance of the hips. We're going to swing the arms forward. Core is engaged. We're still breathing. And then opposite direction, please. And across the front, we'll switch which hand goes on top. We're taking our time today. Hands on the hips. We're going to move the hips around a little bit. One direction you're at first. And then the opposite direction, please. Very nice. We're going to step the right foot directly over the left, and then we're going to do a partial forward fold. So we want the hands above the ground, because we're going to then circle in the hands. Keep breathing, keep feeling the body. We maybe notice that this mild forward fold with the feet stepped over addresses the low back a little differently. And then go ahead and switch the feet, and then you can pendulum. And you may wish to engage the core when we fully stand, and we're going to be at the top of the mat. Big toes together, ankles apart, shoulders back, core in, thumbs out is super nice. We're going to breathe in, reach up and look up. We're going to breathe out, forward folding, bringing the fingers low, maybe on the ground of the shins, try to keep the legs straight. We look up, shoulder blades together, core is engaged, out breath on the forward fold, all the way back up to the ceiling, hands in prayer, down through the heart center, and then all the way up again on the in-breath, breathing out, forward folding. We look up, flatten the back, forward fold on the out-breath, all the way up again, reaching out and up, down through the heart center, and all the way back up on the in-breath, breathing out, forward folding, again, fingers low. We look up, and we forward fold, back up, reaching out and up, down again through the heart center, and then all the way back up on the in-breath, breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. We look up, flatten the back, and from here, we step back, time of push-up. You're welcome to put the knees down. We're going to take a couple of breaths here. The core is tight and the legs are tight. When you're ready, we're going to lower down or drop. Up dog, tight legs, third eye looking. And then down dog. And we'll pedal the feet out a little bit, bending one leg, pushing the opposite heel towards down. Good step, top of the mat, feet back together, fingers low, we look up. And we forward fold. Back up to the ceiling, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart center. Back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, again, fingers low. We look up. Stepping again, top of push-up. We lower, drop. Up dog and down dog. We're going to stay here. If you like, up on the toes on the in-breath, down with the heels on the out-breath. We're breathing in the nose and we're looking at the navel if possible. Good. Step or jump, top of the mat. We look up and we forward fold. All the way back up. Let's stay up with hands in prayer to the moon. And we're going to arch back a little bit, lifting the heart. And then we'll bring the arms right down at the sides. Great. So Surya Namaskara B. We let the knees fall together, sitting in chair. Excellent. Up, over, forward, folding. We look up. Stepping again, top of push-up. We lower, drop. Up dog. Down dog. Warrior one on the right. Left foot turns out. Knee stays over the ankle. Torso squaring forward. We're going to help that by reaching the left shoulder forward through reaching left hand. We take a couple of breaths here. Right, touch the ceiling. And again, hands back down, stepping. Lower drop. Up dog. And down dog. Left foot, warrior one. Back up. Going to reach that right shoulder forward. We'll take several breaths here. Very nice. Touch the ceiling. Again, hands back down, stepping, top push-up. We lower drop. Up dog and down dog. We're going to breathe here. Good. Step or jump, top of the mat. We look up, forward fold, feet and knees sitting in chair, standing shoulders back. We do it again, sit in chair, Utkatasana, up, over, forward folding, fingers low. We look up, we're stepping again, top of push-up, we lower, drop, up dog, down dog, right foot warrior one, back up. Hands in prayer above the head. Looking up, we'll take a couple of breaths here. Very nice. Hands down again. Stepping, top of push-up. We lower, drop. Up dog. And down dog. Left foot stepping. Right foot turns out. Hands in prayer again. Core in and up. Looking up. All right, hands down again, stepping back. We lower, drop, up dog, and down dog. And we're going to breathe here. Good. Step or jump, top of the mat. We look up and we forward fold. Feet and knees sitting in chair and standing. We're going to do one more. We sit in chair. Good. Up, over, forward folding. We look up. We're stepping top of push-up. We lower, drop. Up dog. Down dog. Warrior one again on the right. Left foot turns out. Hands in prayer above the head. Core in and up. If you want to arch back, lift the heart. Very nice. Hands down again. Stepping, top of push-up. We lower, drop. Up dog. Down dog. And left foot stepping, right foot turns out. Back up, hands in prayer. Core in and up. If you want to arch back, you could. Great. Hands down again, stepping. We lower, drop, up dog, and down dog. And we're going to stay right here. All right, step or jump, top of the mat. We look up and we forward fold. Let's sit in chair, and we're going to stay in chair, just breathing right here. All right, please stand. We'll take the feet apart about the distance of the hips. We'll grab the elbows and we're going to hang down. Let everything fall off the top of your head, off your back. Engage the core all the way up. We touch the ceiling. All the way back down. Peace fingers, even if you got to bend your legs, are coming under the big toes. Thumbs touching on the inside. Elbows away. Top of the head towards down. Up again, please. We touch the ceiling. And then all the way back down. Each hand under each foot from the front. Toes touching the crease in the wrist. We're going to breathe here. You see I got my legs bent for sure. I am trying to make them straight. Our bodies are all built a little different. Don't worry about it. Very nice. Please stand. We're going to take a moment, although we are going to pivot tonight. So we're not going to do the vinyasa push-ups through the standing series. We're going to start with a triangle by stepping the left leg back about the distance of one of your legs. Heel to heel align. Back foot's about 45 degrees. Front foot straight forward. Arms out. We're going to reach out firstly, and then right hand down, left arm up. We're going to breathe here. Good, let's come up. Our first pivot, right toes 45, left toes out. We're going to reach out over the left foot, and then left hand down, right arm up. Good, up again. We pivot, left toes 45, right toes straight forward. Let's shorten the stance a tiny bit. We're going to reach the left arm forward, so we're kind of coming into this pose a slightly different way. And then that left hand comes down. You could stay with both hands on the shin, or you can twist. And we're going to breathe here. Great, back up, we pivot again. Right toes 45, left toes out. We're going to reach the right arm forward, lengthening out. And then ultimately, right hand down, left arm up if you're getting the twist. You could stay in pyramid if you prefer, which is hands on the shin. Good, back up. We pivot again, left toes 45, right toes out. Let's lengthen the stance for warrior two, arms out over the feet. We're gonna breathe here. Extended side angle, we're gonna take the center of the right forearm on the leg, and left arm is coming up and over, long reaching through the side, breathing. Those of you that want to put the right hand on the ground are welcome to. Good, back up with straight this leg so we can pivot. Right toes 45, left toes out. We'll do warrior two for several breaths. And when you're ready, forearm on the leg, right arm up and over. Breathing here. Whatever you did on the other side, please, we do the same. Let's come right up into horse. So we're going to turn the toes so they're slightly splayed. We're going to put the hands on the knees with the knees opening out. This is the only time the hands would be heavy on the legs. And they can be heavy. They don't have to be, but it helps. Feels nice in the shoulders. And then we're going to rotate the right shoulder forward. And then the other one, the left. And a little back and forth. When we come up, I'm pushing the walls out today. You're welcome to do whichever version of the hands you like. We're going to breathe here. Excellent. Straight the legs, turn the feet to run straight forward. We're going to touch the ceiling. Keep breathing. On the out breath, we come down. Fingertips on the line of the big toes. Maybe palms down, head reaching towards that line. We're going to breathe here. Yeah, I still got stuff that wants to get out a little bit. So when I forward fold, the coughing wants to push it out. Good. Back up. We're going to reach out to the ends of the fingers. And then behind the tail, we shall intertwine those fingers. You can have palms together or apart. It's your choice. Palms together is a nice release of the upper back tension. And we're going to forward fold. Lifting the arms up off the back. Breathing in the nose. Up to the ceiling, we touch the sky, and then all the way back down, we're grabbing shins, ankles, or big toes with the peace fingers. No matter what you get, elbows away from the ears, and we're going to stay here. Stay down low, both hands over to the right. Let's hold here a little bit, nose towards the knee, top of the head towards the foot here, left shoulder under and through. Good, on over to the other side. And back up. We're going to shorten the stance about 3.5 feet. Right toe straight out the front. Left foot is again at 45 degrees. I like to bring the arms out to get the shoulders square to the front of the mat. And then behind the back, your choice, elbows or reverse prayer. Hold the shoulder blades together, the core in. Look up. Maintain the shoulder blades together and that core in a little bit as we forward fold and look at the right foot. You could stay right here in pyramid, great hamstring stretcher, or if you like, up into warrior 3. Half moon is right hand down, left arm up. That left hip is pulling up and back also. You could switch the hands if you like. That's a little tough, just a moment of it. Put that back foot back down. If it came up and we pivot, right toes 45, left toes out. And arms out for the rotation for me. And behind the back, we grab elbows or reverse prayer. We look up, shoulder blades together, core in, and then back down, looking at the left foot. And if you like, into warrior 3. And if you like, half moon. And switching the hands. All right, let's stand, move around a little bit if you like. We're gonna do tree, standing on the left foot. You can grab the right ankle, you could hold it there, you could lock it there, you can put the foot out in the front. Hands at the heart are all the way up. We're gonna stay here breathing. Excellent, let that down and let's do the other side. Standing on the right, left is coming up. You can hold it there, you can lock it there, you can put it out in the front. Hands at the heart, we're gonna breathe here. Or up with the arms, whatever you did on the other side, of course. Excellent. Back to the left foot. Right knee comes up, right hand grabs the right knee, left hand on the hip. We're gonna stand up nice and tall. You could extend the leg, grabbing the big toe, but maintain the standing tall on the left side, straight line. Open that leg out to the right as you look over the left shoulder. Back to center, show me the bottom of your foot. Excellent, let that down. And of course, yes, we will do the other side. Standing on the right, we lift the left, stay here, you can extend the leg. You're breathing anyways, all in the nose. Put the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Open that leg to the left as you look to the right. Back to center, show me the bottom of your foot. Great, put that down. Standing on the left, we're going to bend the right leg and grab the right ankle and actively reach the knee down as if the foot was there. Core is in, left arm goes to the ceiling. And let's do the other side of that, standing on the right. Grab that left and the knee is reaching down as the right arm reaches up, core in. We're lengthening through the top of the leg here. Great, we'll put that down. Feet about the distance of the hips, toes slightly splayed. We're going to come down into a squat. You're welcome to do headstand in this little spot here if you like. Elbows into the legs, hands in prayer pushed together, open up the legs further and lengthen up the back. We're going to take several breaths here. Hands in prayer straight forward. We're coming all the way up to the ceiling and then all the way back down. Hands in prayer straight forward. All the way up again to the ceiling. Back down, hands in prayer straight forward. Two more tonight. All the way back up. All the way back down. And one more all the way up. And then back down. And let's come to hands and knees for a little bit of cat and cow. Knees are about 2 fists apart. Shoulders over the wrist. You drop the belly, looking up third eye. As we breathe out, we're arching the back. And moving and breathing. In breath is when we're looking up with the belly dropping down. Out breath is the arching of the back. Great. Back to center. We look over the right shoulder and see the tail. And then over, please, to the other side. Back to center. We're going to push ourselves up into camel. I'm having my feet, I'm on the toes because I'm not super back bendy. If you're super back bendy, feet flat is great. But take the thumbs and put them in the low back. Pull the elbows together. We're going to look at the ceiling. You could stay right here. This is great. If you feel like it, you can put the fingertips down on the heels. And then if they were lower, you'd understand how it'd be harder. I would tighten the legs here and lift the heart. I'm going to take a couple breaths. I'm coming back to putting my thumbs in my low back. Very nice. Back down for a bit more cat-cow. Belly drops down. Breath in. Breathing out, arching the back. Moving and breathing. Excellent. Back to center. We look over the right shoulder again. And then over, please, to the other side. And then back to center. We're going to step the right foot top of the mat, keeping the left knee down. We're going to reach the arms up like a funnel. We're going to take several breaths here. If you don't feel, if you're super flexible in the quad here on the back leg, don't worry about it. But If you want to feel that stretch, maybe walk the right foot a little further forward. Couple of more breath here. Great. Left elbow outside of right leg. Hands in prayer, pull in towards the sternum, fingers of the face. You could stay here. You could straight that back leg coming onto the ball of the foot if you prefer. We're going to take several breaths. Great. Let's do the other side. So right knee back, left foot up to the top. The arms again like a funnel. Then again, if that left foot wants to go further forward, you feel that stretching more in the right leg. Then breathe here. Great. Let's twist right elbow outside, hands in prayer to the sternum. Breathe here. Whatever you did on the other side, you do that. Excellent. Let's switch it again. Right foot up to the top. This time, arms straight up to the ceiling. We'll breathe here. And down on the inside, right hand inside the right foot. Keep the knee pulling against the shoulder. We're going to breathe here. You can put the elbows down if you like. Good. Let's switch sides. Left foot up to the top. Arms up. We're going to stay there for a bit. Breath or two. Great. Again, let's come down on the inside. Keep the knee pulling against the shoulder. We're going to breathe here. You could put the elbows down. I don't remember if I said that on the other side. We're breathing anyways. Good. Back to hands and knees. We're going to turn the right hand in to face the left, and we're feeding the left arm free, laying down onto the shoulder. You could push the hand on the mat. That always stretches my back. You could come up around. That feels more in the shoulder. We're going to breathe. Good. Up, and we do the other side. So left hand turning in, right arm feeding through. And you can push, or you whatever you did on the other side, please repeat that on this side. Excellent. Back to center. We're going to step back to the top of push-up because we're on our way to pigeon. So top of push-up tight. We lower drop. Up dog. And down dog. We're going to hold the right foot up. You can bend that leg if you like. Take a moment longer. And then throw that shin top of the mat. Crawl the left leg further back. Lift the heart and then down. Forearms, head down. We breathe here. Great. Hands down again. We step back. You could shake that leg that was bent. Top of push up. We lower drop. Up dog. Down dog. We're going to hold the left leg up. And bend that leg. Opening up. And let's roll that shin top. We're going to crawl the leg back. We lift the heart. And then down again to the forearms. Breathing here. Your knee should be slightly outside of the left ribs. And we're coming down even like an elevator. Great. Hands down again. We step back on top of push-up. This will be the last one. Everything tight. We lower drop. Up dog and down dog. And let's sit down. Left leg out in front, right sole against the left thigh. We're going to grab the left shin or the toes. If you have a strap, you can wrap it around the foot. We might use a strap later. We're going to breathe in, reach up, and look up. Breathing out, folding down, including the right shoulder down. And back up and over, please. Out breath is on the downward fold in the nose. And next time you're up, we're going to stay up looking to the reaching hand. Very nice. Let's do the other side. Right foot out, left sole in. Right on right. Again, we're grabbing the shin of the foot or a strap or a belt. Up on the in-breath, down on the out-breath, over and over. And next time you're up, we're going to stay up. We'll let that all down. We're going to do shoelace pose. So right heel is coming onto the left hip. So your right knee is pointing straight forward with the leg mostly on the ground. Left foot jumps over that knee and maybe stays right there. If you want to involve the shoelace part of the shoelace pose, the right hand grabs the left shoelace, pulling back with the feet rooted. You can stop anywhere along the way you like. With the feet rooted, if you like, push on the ground, lift up and lunge forward. It'll move the knees a little bit. Right arm up and down the back, head pushing against the arm, core in. We're going to breathe here. I'm grabbing the elbow with my left hand. You could come around the back and introduce the fingers. Very nice. Let's do the other side. Left heel under the right hip. The right foot just jumps on over. Again, you could stay here. You could grab the shoelace, pulling back. You could lift and lunge. Left arm up and down the back. Breathing here, head against the arm. Pulling that elbow a little bit over to the right is also a nice stretch in the shoulder, which also the head pushing against the arm. Excellent. Unwrap all of that. Let's put the legs out in front of us and shake them around a little bit. And then we're going to do our twist. Right foot flat on the mat. Left arm grabs that leg. Toes in the front on the left foot to the ceiling. You could stay here. You could bring elbow outside. We're going to breathe. We look at the wall. And other side, please. Right leg out, left sole in, right arm grabs the leg, and we sit up tall here. Excellent. Back to center, both legs bent, arms under the bent legs. We roll back onto the tail. You could stay here. You could let go, locking the shoulders back. You could straighten the legs, hands in prayer, third eye to the toe, behind the head, whole bunch of work. Whoa, we're going to stay here. Cross the legs, grab the shins, sit up nice and tall. Shoulders are pulling back and down, core is pulling in and up. Here we go for number 2 of 5. Back on the table. Cross the legs, sit up nice and tall. Great. Number 3, please. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And number 4, up again. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And last one, please, back up. And we'll cross the legs. We're going to lie back and look at the ceiling for a moment. You can grab the shins with the forearms and pull them down and bring your nose up to your knees. Excellent. We're doing bridge, feet flat on the mat, feet and knees 2 fists apart. We lift the hips, tuck the shoulders, intertwine the fingers, and push the arms on the ground. Those of you that want to do Urdhva Dhanurasana are welcome to. Great. Back down. If you want, you can put your legs up the wall. Otherwise, we're going upside down, starting with plow, kicking the feet up and over the head. We're going to take full 5 breaths here. You could have the hands on the back or intertwine fingers with the arms pushing on the earth. You keep breathing, sitting on the shoulders. Be nice to the neck and head. If the hands are not on the back, place them there now. You could scooch the elbows in here. It's easier to do it before you come up, so they're closer to the distance of the shoulders, and then straight up into shoulder stand. And we're going to stay here and breathe. The heaviness is in the elbows and the shoulders. Very nice. Let's bend the legs, and we're going to roll down into a dead bug. So we hold the feet so they're up to the ceiling, knees in the armpits, head down. You could stay still, you can rock around. We are going to use, well, those of you that want to use the strap on one of these last ones, it's most useful on this one, but I'll show you how to do it without if you prefer. Good. We hug the knees in again for a moment, and then we're going to lay down flat. So if you have a strap, we're doing left on left. First, I'll tell you, if you don't have a strap, you can just grab the back of your leg up near the calf. Those of you that are uber flexible are welcome to grab the big toe with the peace fingers. Otherwise, this pose, the strap on the foot, is super useful because we are trying to keep the shoulder down as close as you can keep it to the earth. We're going to take several breaths right here, looking at the ceiling with the legs straight up. Good. Let that leg fall out to the left as you reach out and look to the right. And then all the way up, we're switching hands on the foot, the leg, or the strap so that that leg can come all the way to the right with the hip coming up. We're going to reach out and look to the left. Back to center, both hands up towards the heel. We now will lift the nose to the knee so the shoulders will come up here. Excellent. Let that down, and we're going right on right. So same thing. We're going to breathe here. Try to keep that right shoulder near the earth. Let the right leg fall out to the right as we reach out and look to the left. All the way back up and over, please, to the other side. Back center, hands up the back of the leg, nose to the knee, shoulders are coming up on this one. Good, let that down. You could stay laying down. I'm going to lead us in about a 5-minute meditation, which I will take seated. You're welcome to do whichever you like. I am going to sit on a rolled up mat because it makes sitting for a long period of time, which today it's only 5 minutes, much easier. So get yourself in a comfortable position. And we're going to, sorry, let me set my timer. Intertwine fingers, thumbs touching on one hand on top of the other, shoulders back, core in, chin slightly to the chest. We become aware of the body breathing itself, so we let the breath return to normal. If the mind is extra jumpy today, you can continue breathing the body, really good for you, really focusing on that. If the mind is still quite jumpy, you can count those breaths, and when you get to 11, go back to 1, and we'll be here about another 4.5 minutes. I'm going to adjust the lights. Excellent. You can stay laying down if you like. If you want to finish out, you can roll up to a seated position. Once sitting, if you're not already sitting, but bring the hands to the heart center, rubbing them together, making a bit of fire. And then arms all the way up like a big funnel. We're going to take a breath in through the nose as much as we can get. We're going to breathe in more through the mouth and even more. Tighten the core, tighten the legs, lift the floor, hold all that. And then let everything out. You're living your dream, don't miss it. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. It's DanielOberberger.com. You can find links to my Venmo and PayPal there. And yeah, let me just